Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. This little dog is not my dog, it's my friend dog, and I'm babysitting it. So if you hear some weird noise in the background, it's this adorable little creature. Yeah, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna walk just after the video. We're going to take a nice walk in the forest, okay? So let's talk about my aquarium. Sadly, well, actually, I have a bad news, a very terrible news, and a better news. The terrible news is, I'm not sure how to say it, but I lost many fish in the few months. Like in the last few months, I was trying to figure out what was the problem before doing a video, and I finally have found, I think, the answer of why I've lost so many fish. First thing is, I did a terrible mistake. I introduced a new fish in here and it had some fungal infection going on and it wiped out like half of my fish. I don't have angelfish anymore. I don't have my African leaf fish, and I have lost my two very small silver dollars. This thing, Titan Blue, have saved the remaining fish in here. This shark was unkillable. He was doing very fine while everyone else was just dying or extremely sick. You see this big catfish? Quill? I thought it was going to die. And I was very sad, but So yeah, I lost some fish in here due to fungal infection. And I'm still, to this day, losing fish in here. Now, mind you, this is now a planted aquarium. We have lost my crayfish, Nestor. He died. And at first I thought it was because of a bad molt that occurred. I placed a lot of stuff. Wow, okay, we see. As I'm speaking, this fish right here was swimming really insanely. And you can see that some of them are really emaciated. So in here, it's not fungal infection. In here, I think it is worms. There is worms in my guppy colony, killing them one by one. I tried to introduce new guppy because at first I thought they were just inbreeding and becoming weaker. So I introduced new guppies, but the new guppies are dying. It's terrible. I still have some babies. I still have some babies left, but the babies are getting fewer and fewer and are not able to replace the amount of adults that are dying. The shrimp, on the other hand, I have plenty. You can see here a female with some unfertilized eggs in her. So we have another shrimp in here. We also have my little African frog right here. You can see the little head peeking out just there. So, when my crayfish died, I wanted to put a lot of plants and make this aquarium more alive. Because in most of my aquariums, there is only fake plants, because most of the fish are fish that will either eat or destroy the plants or tear them apart or just uproot them. So only in this aquarium do I have fish that won't automatically destroy my plants. I will try to transplant some of the Java fern in this aquarium as well as the goldfish aquarium. But in this silver dollar aquarium right here, it's impossible. They are eating absolutely everything. This is why they have only fake plants. But yeah, basically I am at this point of the hobby where I need to change drastically my way of keeping fish. I'm not getting new fish anytime soon because I've lost way too many and I don't want to sacrifice new ones. I want to deal with what I have left and try to figure out what was killing the fish in the first place. So one big thing that I've learned is that you, or at least many people, seems to think that a very shallow substrate is the best thing. And for the most part, I always had a shallow substrate, so it's not even an inch deep, for example, in here. But apparently you need like a lot of substrate, and not any type of substrate, sand. Sand like up to here. So it creates a lot of space for anaerobic and aerobic bacteria. So two types of bacteria. Essentially, the school of thought is that you need a very deep substrate to basically act like a filter, sort of a biological filter, because it's just traps a lot of the poop of the fish, and the poop don't come out because of the sand. And I can see this theory in action in my jar. This jar, contrarily to all my aquariums, is doing extremely well. There is a lot of plants, extremely green, no algae or very small amount. And look at this deep substrate. And in this deep substrate, we can see stratification. We have a lot of the poop right here, very deep. And then we have all the plants sucking in all the nutrition. And this jar, I haven't tested the water, but I know for a fact that it is doing extremely well, because there is a lot of freshwater wild shrimps in here. And those shrimps can only survive where the quality of water is extremely good. So if this aquarium, or rather this jar, was not doing well, there wouldn't be those shrimps. But there are, and there is snails, hydra, and many other small creatures, such as this small thing right here, this small worm, flatworm, I guess. There's a lot of things going on. And there is a lot of things going in this one as well. Those jars don't need, this is a terrestrial snail, by the way, but those jars, they don't need filtration because they have natural filtration. They have plants, they have deep soils, and they have beneficial bacteria. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to top off all of my substrates with a deeper layer of sand. I'm going to listen to the teachings of Fatherfish, which is a 82-year-old man that have been in the hobby for longer than I've been, much longer. And I will take his experience and his words into consideration, and I will do everything that he says, and I will try to save my aquariums, basically. I am in the beginning of this process. As you can see, I have put a lot of real plants, and I've been enjoying having a lot of real plants. The shrimps have been enjoying the real plants. But now, what we will do is go in the forest and collect some new dead leaves and new materials to try to boost the actual amount of creatures in my aquarium. I don't want just a fish anymore. And this is also what Fatherfish is teaching us. Basically, according to him, when you have like sick fish, like what I have in here, the main reason is because your aquarium don't have enough stuff in it. Basically, the ecosystem is not strong enough. It's too simple. It's too weak. So by adding new creatures, they will basically predate on the parasite, and therefore your fish, if they have any parasite, it's going to be a very small amount. So I'm going to do a gambit. I'm going to try what Fatherfish is teaching in his awesome YouTube channel. And it's not only him that I've been watching, but other YouTubers. I didn't want to do a video until I was certain, and now that I am on the brink of losing all my guppies and all my other fish, basically, I don't really have another option. I don't think that chemical will save my fish. Medicine have saved some of my fish, but at the cost of like 4 or 5 others that died because of it. And I don't know, I think nature has always been the best teacher. And now that I have learned more and more about the hobby, I want to make a positive impact. And by doing a positive impact, I want to share my failure at first and then share my change in the hobby. So this is a stepping stone. This is either the moment that I save the aquarium or crash them completely, but there is no in between. So wish me luck. I hope you have enjoyed the video. I will update you on my every aquarium individually. I also have a video plan to show you how I put it all the plants in here. You just will have to be a bit patient because I have plenty of stuff to do lately. So, but yeah, I just wanted to share. Thank you very much.